King's Quest 4. You said it. With the return of his long-lost son Alexander and the rescue of his daughter Rosella from the terrible dragon, old King Graham decides it's time to pass on his adventurer's cap to younger blood. He flings his battered hat towards his children while his wife, Queen Valenice, proudly looks on. Valenice. The hat arches through the air. Suddenly, King Graham experiences terrible squeezing pain in his chest. "Help me," he rasps. The adventurer's hat lies unclaimed upon the floor, forgotten. Is the hat really the saddest thing right now? It was like a metaphor. It was a symbol. You're missing the symbolism, Jess. King Graham... Thank you. King Graham lies weakly on the bed. Father Death hovering... Father Death! Death is a father. Father Death. Grief suddenly overwhelming her, Rosella runs from the room. "Oh, Father," she sobs, "you're still young. You should have many years ahead of you. Oh, I wish I could help you, Father." "Do you really mean that?" a soft voice asks. "Do you really mean that?" Rosella looks up but sees no one. "Who is speaking to me?" "I am," the voice says. "Look in the magic mirror." Rosella sees an image in the mirror. "Who are you?" she queries. "I am the fairy Genesta. In my land of Tamir, there is a remarkable tree. This tiny tree needs 100 years to bear a single fruit. But this is no ordinary fruit, for if a person were to eat it, one would find that good health and well-being would be theirs for many years." Rosella is much heartened by this news. Where is this land of Tamir? Genesta smiles. "Tamir is very far away, but that with my magic, I can bring you here." Rosella senses that there is more to the story. But I suppose there are some problems. Again, Genesta smiles. Yes, you are correct, Rosella. If you are willing to come to Tamir, I will explain the situation. However, once I bring you here, I can't send you back. You will have to help me first. Confused, Rosella says, I don't know. What if I can't help you or find the tree? Genesta pleads, you must decide now, Rosella. My powers are growing weaker by the minute. Now the fairy is but a faint glimmer, and her voice barely audible. If you care for your father, say yes now. And suddenly she's gone. Yes! Oh, I'm shedding a little tear. Oh, it's so epic. If you care for your father, say yes now. Yes! Yes, I do love him, and I will save him. I will save him. The lovely fairy speaks. I am the fairy Genesta. Welcome to Tamir. Rosella looks awestruck at the fairy. She is stunningly beautiful, but still there is a certain sadness to her. Finally, Rosella speaks. I know you would like me to help you in some way, but I don't know how I could help a fairy. Genesta looks sadder than ever. You're wrong, Rosella. You see, I'm losing my magical powers. Yesterday, as I was strolling along through the woods, as I often do, Lolat, the evil fairy, caught me unawares and stole my magic talisman. The fairy sighs. She yanked it from my neck and raced away, screeching with laughter. Immediately I felt my powers diminishing and my body weakening. I will die in 24 hours if my talisman is not returned. Oh, everybody's dying. Intently, Genesta looks at Rosella. Lolat is very evil and will use the talisman to bring more evil to Tamir. Now I fear it will contaminate my whole country. Further, I cannot send you home without my talisman. Rosella is unsure as to what she can do. Meekly she asks, I want to help you, but how? You can do more than you think, Rosella, Genesta assures her. I believe you will be able to penetrate Lolat's domain. Suddenly, Rosella remembers the tiny tree. Can you tell me where to find the magic fruit? Remorsefully, Genesta looks at Rosella. It will not be easy to reach the tree. It grows on a tiny island within a vast swamp on the other side of the great mountains. Bravely fighting back tears, Rosella says, I will help you in any way I can, Genesta. How can I find Lolat? The beautiful fairy points eastward. Lolat's castle overlooks Tamir from the great mountains. Genesta looks weaker as she says, there is not much more I can do. Not much more. It will become difficult for me to fly home again. One thing I must do for you, though. I shall disguise you as a peasant girl so as not to attract attention. Thank you, I think, Rosella stammers. Rosella, do not fear. As the princess you are, your beauty will shine through whatever rags I dress you in. It will be better for you, the fairy says. Well, I must be off while I can still fly. I know you can do it. Goodbye. Good luck. Goodbye, Genesta, my fairy friend. I will return with your necklace. You're on your own, Rosella. I'm here to kick bubblegum and kick Lolot's butt. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Now, normally I would leave it on slow speed for a Zen Theatre, but I'm so excited to meet Lolot. I have no creative ideas right now, so I'll probably do the Lolot's voice in like a more girlish hunchback voice, the voice I used for the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban Zen Theatre. Oh. Ooh, little note. This is like a more original version than the one I grew up with. It's a subtle difference, but these graphics are a little cruddier than the one that I... This is the... But it's still so pretty. Cruddier by comparison only. Still very beautiful and epic. Like, back then, all these different hand-drawn screens. Pretty impressive. Today, still impressive. Like, they think that, amateur games on like the Play Store, like an indie game or something. You think it needs to be something like Flappy Bird where you just program it in 10 seconds, but if you took the time to draw this many hand-drawn backgrounds, I'm sure there's games like that. If you know of one in the comments, point it out and maybe I'll play that one next time. I prefer Android games. Although, my wife has the iPhone, but like, I would have to learn how to do this cool setup I have here. Oh no! The goons of Lolot. I actually prefer this version for this. Well, my pets, what have you drug home today? Oh, they're clearly going for this Wizard of Oz sort of wicked witch of the wicked fairy, the good fairy. I see what they're doing. Lolot gives you the once-over, and as she does, her red eyes begin to narrow. Are you the foolish girl who wandered here by mistake? Or are you a spy sent here by my enemy, Genista? Are you a foolish girl, or are you a spy? You swear to Lolot that you are nothing but a poor peasant girl who has lost her way. Are you a fool, or are you a spy? She doesn't seem to believe you as her mouth begins to snarl, and her eyes narrow to mere slits. For the first time, you experience real fear and begin to tremble. You don't look stupid enough to have wandered here. I believe you are a spy. You are a spy. Take her to her cell. Let her think about aligning herself with that wicked fairy Genesta. With her holier-than-thou, her pretty white gowns, and her pretty fairy accomplices. She thinks she's all that and a bag of chips. She thinks she's hot snot on a silver platter, but really she's cold boogers on a paper plate. A skeleton lies on the torture apparatus here, which is the closest thing to a bench this cell has. Over here, I notice the ball and chain, whip. Someone was left hanging upside down. You hear the henchmen returning. Perhaps they're setting you free. Perhaps they are. Are you waiting for me to click? It's hard to do like the evil snarl face and still be a woman. He got this. He got this. A sickly sweet look. You're lucky, my dear. You're very lucky. You're lucky, my dear. My precious son Edgar over here, he is taking a liking to you. And he believes you. I think he's a fool, but he could be a spy. He's convinced me to give you a chance to prove your innocence. Lucky you, huh? Right? Lucky you. Prove your innocence. Prove you're not a spy, a wicked spy. You glance at the homely young man standing. He blushes. Oh, gosh. I wish to own the unicorn that inhabits Meadowland. Bring me the unicorn, and I shall not only set you free, but reward you as well. To her henchman, Lolat orders, Go, take her back to the forest. She exploits magic. She does not. You have to let magic be. You can't capture it in a bottle without killing it. That's kind of why I don't like cameras so much, although ironically here I am filming myself, but it's just like the magic exists in the present moment and you can't like talk about it. If someone does something cool, that's great, and if you're there to see it, that's great, but if you try to tell people about it after, like, the magic can be lost in the translation. Sometimes it's better just to, no, don't kill me. You do not kill me. Frick. There's something really cool I want to do before I end this Zen Theatre, and I stumbled onto the neighborhood of the ogre, and he easily could have. I was in a really awkward position, not able to get off the screen right away, so I was freaking out there, like, oh my gosh, this ogre is going to take me out. Here, that there's a gold ball under that bridge, but I'm not planning to beat the whole game for you. I just want to do something really cool right in here. We're moving out of Wizard of Oz, and any guesses? There's like a mine over there, a gem mine, a quarry. Any guesses whose house this might be? Okay, I'll give you 3 guesses. Oh, I don't need to open it? So, this is a very pretty design, but it's hard to get out the door the way they have it here. Did I mistype? OPEN, door. Enter. Enter. I'm trying, believe me, man, I'm trying to enter the house. Why can't... Okay, this is one frustration of this particular version. I never had this much trouble entering this stupid door. Oh, so it was more a phone problem. I probably did a typo in the first time I typed it, and I couldn't see because of the keyboard. So if you're going to type something, make sure you've typed it. So someone left all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bowls. Oh my gosh, look at all these dishes that have piled up. That's a cool thing about I call this Zen Theatre, but like just being mindful and breathing, it helps with doing dishes as well as and stay out. I've actually never seen that happen. What? Yeah, I do. So I kind of botched that. I should have just sprung into action because I want to show you something cool. No, they locked me out. So because I lollygagged, I've never seen someone barge in and kick me out. Ooh, a spooky old house. Considering the disarray of the rest of the house, the parlor looks in relatively good order. However, the fireplace is cold and unused, the bookshelves are almost bare, and the old furnishings are dusty. Please, please leave it be. It's, where's his bottle? His sippy cup. He's done with his. Samina mina, he he, waka waka, samina mina sa kanewa. This time for Africa. Now, in my Final Fantasy VII Zen Theatre, at the end, he's like, joy, sorrow, I've seen so much, after a while it doesn't even faze me. But, if I go back to the dwarf house and it's still locked, I will be filled with sorrow, because this was otherwise... Oh, hello, Unicorn. I'm very happy with how this video is turning out. If I can just show you the stupid thing in the dwarf house. It's one more try, but stay away from the evil ogre. Please don't be locked. Please unlock your door. Unlock your door or I will be pissed. Ah, got it. Yes! Alright, here I go. Alright, begin by simply listening. Slow down. See just how peaceful today can be. Catch you guys on the flip side. What? But I had entered text. I had entered text and I lollygagged again. Oh, that's another problem with this stupid version. It kills you while you're trying to type crap. Oh my gosh, they fixed that in the one I had in my youth. So you cannot fully blame me for my incompetence dealing with this more primitive, yet it has a certain charm. I'm not going to totally trash it, but please be unlocked. I left the screen. Please be unlocked. Don't make me go to another mansion to kill some time. I left the screen. Be unlocked. Well, actually, watch this. Little magic trick. Gamepad. And then you go. Enter. How can you do that? Oh no. Arrow keys. Now that is a problem with the Scum emulator. You should be able to give me arrow key powers to deal with this stupid door. Oh, this transparent keyboard works really good for this game, though. That's a good discovery. All right. Begin by simply listening. Slow down. See just how peaceful today can be. Got the door open, but I'm struggling to get through. All right. Speed typing challenge. Clean. House. Da-da-da-da-dun, la-da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This was worth the wait, right? This is pretty cool. Have you seen anything this cool? It gets better. This is the beginning of the coolness. Oh, they upgrade this animation. Like in the upgraded one, she like makes a cloud of dust and she makes everything disappear. Dust, dust, and she closes it. Da-da-da-da-da. Ethan, you want to see him? Want to see Rosella clean the house? Want to see Rosella clean the house? Oh, but don't touch! Don't touch! Oh, I shouldn't have said. Look with your eyes, not with your hands. You hear the dwarves approaching. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba da da da. Da 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 da. Bum bum. Ba da 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 da. Don't climb on there. You're gonna have us. Oh, can you close it? Will you hold this for a moment? There you go. Much better. No, I think this scene perfectly sums up the Zen Theatre kind of approach. Slow, tranquil. Filled with plot and drama. Like stuff is always happening. And it's slow and In this case, the dwarves are all sitting down for some soup. Can you imagine that this was all part of the game? Like, people used to wait for scenes like this that are just so delightful. The 7 dwarves seem very pleased that you tidied their messy home. One politely asks you your name. You tell him, I'm Rosella, and he cordially invites you to sit down with them and eat the bowl of soup he got for you. You seat yourself at the table and begin eating the surprisingly delicious soup. Sip, sip, sip. Begin by slowing down. No. I keep messing it up, mixing it up. You begin by simply listening. Slow down. See just how peaceful today can be.